What's up, you guys? Hey, we are just about to the end of this decimal unit, so congratulations. All right, I decided to do something a little different for this one. I'm going to walk you through the practice level story problems to get you warmed up for the real level. All right, so there's 4 questions on the practice one, and they're all here. All right, so let's just start, and we'll look at number 1. All right, Miss Davis drove 1 45 hundredths of a mile. What decimal describes how far she drove? So this one is asking you to take a mixed number, right, a whole number and a fraction, and you're going to convert it into a decimal. Okay, so remember, if she drove 1 45 hundredths of a mile, the whole number would be 1, right? And then you're going to switch over to talking about less than things in decimal form, so you're going to get your decimal point, and then you're just going to plug in your tenths and your hundredths of 5, so 1.45 miles. Okay, 2. Last year, Taylorsville High won the track meet. They won by only 1 100th seconds. What decimal represents the second this race was won? All right, so again, we have a mixed number with the whole number and a fraction, and they want you to, what decimal represents the seconds by which this race is won, so they want a decimal. So take a mixed number, convert into a decimal. All right, something that I wanted to practice a couple times with. So you had a number of ones and hundreds, and you had to convert it into a decimal. Okay, so first I want you to notice the number 2 over here. There are no tens in this number. There is only a 1. Okay, so if we're thinking, so say we have our fraction this way, think about it this way. So 2 100ths, right? If you got to convert to decimal, so it's less than 1, so 0 point. And if you write a 2 here, this is your 10th spot, right? This would be showing 20 hundredths. So you can't do that. What you need to make sure you do is put a 0 here to hold this place value, because there's no tens in this number. There's only ones, right? So it's going to be 0.02 hundredths, right? Because this is only 2 little hundredths. All right, let's try another one like that. So say we had 9 hundredths, right? You would need to first put your decimal point, okay? And then if you were to write a 9 here, it'd be wrong, because this would be tenths, right? This would be 0.9 or 0.90 would look like that. Okay, so you need to hold the tenths place value with the 0 and then put a 9 here. So 0.09. Okay, one quick other one. So 6 hundredths. What am I doing? Okay, so 6 hundredths, that's only 6 little parts. So you need to make sure you start with 0 point. Make sure you hold the tens, because there's only ones, okay, into the 6 hundredths. All right, so back to this. Okay, 1 100th. So you'd have your 1, because it was 1 whole second, and then your decimal point, because then you're talking about this fraction as a decimal. Okay, this 1 is in the ones place, so you would need to hold your tenths and make sure you put it in the hundredths. All right, question 3. James won the basketball shootout by 4 75 hundredths seconds. How can you write this mixed number as a decimal? All right, so this we've covered on the other levels, right? 4 75 hundredths written as a decimal, right? So you would take your whole number, type a decimal point, and then type in your 75 hundredths. Okay, let's look at 4. There are only 0.88, or I guess there are only 88 hundredths of the 4th graders going on the field trip. How many students are going in fraction form? All right, so on this one, they give you the decimal. You got to turn it back into a fraction. Okay. So 88 hundredths, you would type 88 as your numerator, fraction bar, And this is out of 100 because it's decimal form. It'll be written like that. All right, I hope this helped. Good luck.